All right, so it's the last weekend of the summer, so to speak. It's the holiday weekend, Labor Day. Last time you're going to hit the grill. So why not go out with a bang? Instead of doing burgers or hot dogs, try steak. I mean, steak is actually pretty easy. There's no real mystique to it. Some people think that you got to have some sort of fire magic. You don't. All you really need is fire and meat. Here we've got a basic grill, bought it at a grocery store today, 12 bucks. Inside, charcoal briquettes. For here, we're ready to go. Real easy. I'm going to show you how. A lot of it comes down to prep. You know, first thing I want to do is I got a little olive oil on this paper towel here. I just want to get the olive oil on the grate. You might see it flame up a little bit, but get this olive oil on there. One, it's going to give it a little flavor, but two, it's going to keep it from sticking. It's going to provide a really good cooking surface. So we're ready to go. All right, I've got this steak, some basic New York strip. Got to the grocery store. Just the kind of steak that anybody else is going to get. Nothing really fancy. Didn't go to a meat market. You can if you want to. But this is your typical steak you're going to get at the grocery store. It's what we can all afford. Already got it peppered, really liberally. Used a lot of black pepper on there, just right out of the shaker. You know, you can use the greater stuff if you want, but you know, use it out of the shaker. It's what you got in the kitchen, right? Now I've got a shaker of salt. Steak loves salt. All right, before you get that meat down on the grill, here's one way to test how hot it is. Get your hand over here, 1, 2, 3, and it's hot. I'm out of there. It's about 450 degrees. I let these coals cook up to get just to the right temperature. That's the key. You got to have the meat on the grill. It's got to be the right temperature. Now, the other bit of advice I've got for you here, use tongs. Don't use a fork. If you use tongs, you don't poke holes in the meat, juice doesn't come out. Put it right on the grill, and we let it cook. Okay, the steak has been on the grill now for 7 minutes. It's about a 2-inch thick steak. Give it about 7 minutes. If it's an inch, about 4 minutes. We're gonna flip it over. Remember, tongs. Let's see what kind of, oh, look at that. Look at that sear. That is nice and brown. We're gonna let that cook. Another 7 minutes on this side, and we should have steak perfection at that point. All right, about 7 minutes has gone by, and you've noticed I put the grate down a little lower. I've only got a limited amount of charcoal. A lot of us have that problem. And I wanted to get a really, really good sear on this second side. Make sure it cooked it through enough. So I lower that, get more heat directly on the steak. Now I'm going to take it up. Let's check this second side here. And that looks nice, doesn't it? Okay, here we're going to take it, put it in a pan, and we don't do a thing to it for at least 5 to 10 minutes. It's called resting. All those juices inside the steak, they're going to reconstitute. It's going to be a fabulous steak once we cut into it. We can't do that for another 10 to 15 minutes. All right, welcome to the News Channel 5 lunchroom. We've got the steak ready here. It's been resting for about 10 minutes. We're going to cut into it. See what we have. Look at that, perfectly medium rare. Let's go test it out on somebody in the newsroom, okay? One place I can always guarantee people are going to be hungry is in the newsroom. I've found Eric Risto, you know him as Eric the referee from Dogs on the Run. Eric, we've got some steak we grilled out here. Take that piece there if you'd like.
Very good, very tender, very juicy. Very good.
Thanks, sir. Okay, that is all you need to know right there. Meat, fire, just treat it right. Oh, Reg is getting another piece, and you're good to go. Just that easy. Make your Labor Day special.